Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I meant to go to the Suds News opening and I totally forgot and spaced out, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Suds News. I am Vinny. This is Angela, and we are here to talk all about our favorite soap opera, General Hospital, and all the happenings in Port Charles, New York. Angela, how are you?
I am doing great. It was my little sister's birthday this weekend.
Oh, very
and
nice.
My siblings are all crazy. They're all, there were 8 of us. My older brother had passed away, but the 5 of us are very, very close. The other 2 are just whatever they are. But it was my little sister's birthday. So one of my other sisters arranged for us to go to this thing up in New Hampshire. It's called Game Show Face Off. It's almost like an escape room thing, but they had game shows and you competed. You booked a slot and another team booked a slot and you guys competed against each other.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it actually was a blast. It was Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Celebrity Face Mashup. Then they went into, we're going to show you a video clip of a musical, name the musical and the song. We apologized to the other team because we were already beating their asses. And we're like, we are so sorry. This is going to go horribly for you. And then at the end, it was, we're going to play 30 seconds of a music video. You sing the next line of the song. It was a blast.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah. So it was me and my 3 sisters and my sister-in-law, and my brother went with us too. And my sister had, all of us, because we were on the blue team. So she got blue shirts for all of us. My brother went too, but it was just us that were playing. He just kept bringing us water and taking pictures and videos. It was really, really funny. So, but it was a blast.
That sounds awesome. That's probably a trip in itself to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks, I do want to say hello to the people already in the chat. We've got Donna, we've got Steve, we've got Kaiwan, we've got Susan. Welcome to the chat. Hello to everybody. First of all, I do want to say huge thank you to everybody. Over the past week, we gained 73 subscribers on YouTube. We went from 274 subscribers to 347 in 1 week. So thank you so much.
They love you, Vin. They love you.
They must, but I also want to give a very special. First of all, our short went almost viral with 2.8 thousand views, talking about Michael's transformation from boy to serious man, thinking man. So again, thank you so much for subscribing. We're on the march to 500. Our goal is to get to 500 by the end of the year. That way, 2026 starts off as being monetized for us. But either way, folks, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, go over and suds-media.com, which brings you to our YouTube channel, and go hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and like our stuff, interact, and throw some comments in there because that all helps the algorithm. Anyways, folks, I want to, again, give a huge thank you to the Gimmick Cable Media Group that we are now a part of for all the support and the help over the weekend. So, yes, exactly. We are getting a lot of good stuff. We are growing. And you know what else is growing? It is our 2025 Podcastathon coming up in just about 2 weeks.
I'm so excited about it.
Yes, we have some confirmed guests already, as announced on Twitter. Jacqueline Grace Lopez, formerly Blaze, who's been and talked about this week, and now I should say Emmy-nominated Jacqueline Grace Lopez. She will be returning on Saturday the 8th. Not sure what time yet, but she will be coming back. Also, Julie Dove has been confirmed to come on this year. Not sure what day or time yet, but she has been confirmed. We've also gotten some other people that Angela's told me about. Also, we have James Law Jr. who'll be coming on from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time, which is 8 to 10 Pacific time. He'll be coming on, and Matt from the 10th floor will be coming on from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern time, which is 10 to midnight Western time, Pacific time.
Pacific time.
So,
Western time.
Yes. We will be having such a great time talking all
Oh
about
yeah.
sex. And who knows who else is going to be coming. We do know that some of the people from our Gimmick Table Media group will be coming on as well. So we'll be talking about soaps, we'll talk about wrestling, all to raise money for Samantha's Friends, the charity group that
Great.
we hold dear, that we've been doing a lot for. And like I said, the donation Venmo is open now. I'm challenging our audience to raise $700 this year, which is double what we raised last year. And that is open. So go to venmo.com/Suds and Squared Circle Media and donate today. Donate early and often. But either way, that money will go directly to Samantha's Friends, and it's open from now until November 9th.
Yes.
We are going 3 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern, the 8th to the 9th of November, to help out the Pacific time zone friends and everybody. So we are getting exciting. Yeah, we're just having fun here. We're gonna keep on growing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to let everybody know that we are going to have a shorter show today. Angela has some family business to take care of, so we're going to be going till 9:15 today. It's only going to be a short show. We're not going to do this week in general hospital history, or today in general hospital history, just because of that. We want to get right to the nitty gritty. I do want to go ahead and just mention from even before we went live. Donna posted, Veronica made friends and influenced people today, and fans reveled in having two daytime powerhouse ladies in the same scene. Thank goodness one of them got back from vacation in time.
Yes.
And seeing, Erica Slezak and Jeannie Francis together on set and them teaming up against Drew, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he is just, oh, God, that man. I mean, I love it, but he is just so. Laura read him beautifully.
Yes.
She really did. So.
And we also got some history.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, no, I don't think Danny shot Drew.
It's possible, but I don't think the show would have had. It's my same answer for Scout. I do not think that the show would have a child not only shoot somebody, but then have no reaction and coolly and calmly shoot them in the back while they were down a second time.
Right.
I just don't think that a show would do that. When they have a kid shoot somebody, it's an accident, or it's a one-off, and they don't really understand. But they're not firing a second kill, whatever. A kid's not doing that.
Exactly.
It'd be a psychopath. Even Michael, little red rum Michael, was a psychopath, and they only had him shoot Kate by dropping a gun.
Yeah.
And it getting her from like across the harbor or something. I
mean. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be Danny. Something told me Talis was calculated like that.
Exactly. I don't think. I thought up until that second shot, it was possible that they would have made it Scout or Danny, but the second shot ruled that out for me. I really don't think so. And an amateur, an amateur, yes, but a child who has never shot a gun before.
Right.
You know what I mean? One, the shooting of the gun and the bullet hitting that person.
Correct.
Both of those things are their own separate trauma for a child. And a gun kickback, even with Danny, is going to be a thing. It would have knocked Scout on her ass. Probably Danny too. A gun kickback is a big thing.
It is. No, you're exactly right. And that's
a kid.
Yeah. So
And the person who did it didn't freeze, didn't just calmly stepped over him, looked down, fired a second shot.
Yeah.
Not a sound, not an issue. I can't see it being Danny.
No.
With those circumstances.
And Donna chimed in and says, elsewhere people say an amateur would do that. I don't agree either, because unless you're specifically a sociopath, you you know, an amateur, somebody who's never shot a gun before would be like stunned they were able to do it the first time, you know, and in shock. So
I mean, I could see an amateur shooting somebody twice in self-defense, like boom, boom, but not shoot, they fall, then you step over them and put another bullet in them.
Exactly.
No, Donna, we know that a lot of the things people say on soap Twitter are just
soap Twitter and the internet wrestling community are very, very stupid.
Special. We call them special. There are special little snowflakes.
Exactly. All right. So I do want to say that this show is brought to you by W Energy. DUBBY.GG is the website to go to. Right now, I am drinking the Watermelonada, which is a hydration drink, watermelon lemonade. It is fantastic. I don't need the actual energy today because I'm going right to bed after this because I have to be in work early. So I'm just doing the hydration drink. So check it out, w.gg. Use promo code Suds Media for 10% off your purchase. And you're right, Donna.
Because I'm not going to bed after this. So I have a Dunkin's Energy Punch, which is a Monster Energy or a Rockstar Energy with some strawberry syrup in it. That stuff would probably be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get some of that. So.
Yeah. So next time I get a chance, I will share with you our partner code that actually gives us more of a discount. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this because, like I said, we got a little bit more of a backstory from Ronnie today, bad foster experience, which we kind of knew about, but the way that she put Drew in her place, saying that she and Monica were separated and had a lot of bad feelings because of the mistakes of the adults in their lives, really kind of put things into perspective. And I'm glad that she sided with Laura on this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, but even because it hasn't been long. You know, she's only been at the house for a few days, but Danny lives there. Yeah. She knows he's not a maniac. You know what I mean? Already, she knows that he's not, a raving lunatic like Drew was saying.
Right.
And the keeping him from her sister struck a nerve with her.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. So, there's been a lot of debate on Twitter. When Drew came out with the line of, you don't want to end up in prison like your dad or your Uncle Lucky, people were up in arms because they didn't say your Uncle Nicholas to Rocco.
Lucky hasn't served time. Lucky's been arrested, but he never served jail time.
Oh, okay.
So it made no sense. Or your grandfather, Sonny.
Yeah, that too. Because both of them, Rocco's grandfather.
Sonny's Danny's, Sonny's grandfather, or Rocco's grandfather is Sonny.
Yeah.
And his uncle, or his cousin Nicholas, not his uncle, his cousin Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it is his uncle, because Nicholas is Lulu's. Yeah, so his uncle Nicholas. Yeah, it made no sense.
Yeah.
When those two are right there. And Nick is currently in prison.
Donna says, I'm sure he flubbed the line. It's a possibility.
That makes more sense. And they wouldn't, reshoot for that.
Donna also says, Disney needs to get Ronnie saying, I don't like you for all promos.
Yeah, that was really awesome. I don't like you.
Yeah. Speaking of promos, I did watch the GH promo today for the week. Holy shit. It is fire.
Right?
Oh, God. Just what we're in store for this week.
So good.
Yes.
Well, we know that November sweeps start on Thursday. Thursday is the first day of November sweeps. October 30th till November 26th. is November sweeps. So it kicks off on Thursday, and I think this is going to be fire.
Yes.
It's
so
great.
You
so
put
excited.
it out in the ether because of what we saw last week. You put it out in the ether that the Valentine and Carly ship name is Valentine.
Yes, because Carolyn and Valentin.
Do you think that we're going to get that?
I don't know. I could see it. I mean, I like Jack Lee, don't get me wrong. And everybody in the universe knows that I am a Charlie Endgame shipper, and I have no doubt that that's going to happen. But while, waiting for her time with Mr. Right, she can have some fun with some Mr. Right nows.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had never really thought about it before, but the dynamic that could be, you know what I mean? They're not going to, I mean, I've exaggerated it, had fun with it, did you like my little thing that I had said about my little,
yes.
I don't know if everybody saw it. Can I read it real quick for people?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. For the Valentine. Who could have guessed that a Spencer would become the ice princess a Cassadine craved the most? A feud born on a yacht, a curse whispered through generations. Ice that once threatened to freeze the world is now melting for a woman born from the very bloodline the Cassadines swore to destroy. But when flame meets frost, empires melt, dynasties burn, and a new reign rises from the ashes. They are temptation forged into power, the alliance no one wanted, and the force no one could stop. I mean, they're never going to be that, but how fun is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah, no,
and
that was
such a legacy to it.
Yes. Oh, it would be. It would be great. And Donna says that James Patrick Stewart has already commented.
Yeah, he said today, it was really funny because a lot of people have been commenting to him and Laura Wright that they like the idea. And today he just randomly out of the blue this morning posted, Carly and Valentin would be tough on LL Dubs. First of all, in real life, I smell like patchouli. I'm pretty sure Laura doesn't like that. He's such a dork. He really is, which is another reason I adore him.
Yeah. So. No, he's a great person. I mean, I got to meet him back in April, so it was it was nice meeting. He seems like a really great guy. So I'm hopeful. I wasn't expecting that meeting to have such a big reaction, but because it was just a one clandestine meeting with Carly in a wig, but
which I knew the second I saw her.
Oh yeah,
I said it last Monday, and people were like, "No, it's not going to be Carly." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, and just the way they set it up with Carly talking to Spinelli saying that she needed something to be completely foolproof and all that, knowing full well that she wanted to do it to make sure Jack couldn't follow her.
Right.
I knew for a fact that it was going to.
Oh yeah. I knew it was her from the second I saw the promo before I even saw the episode that day. So yeah. I'm so excited for this. You have no idea how excited I am for this.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm enjoying it. It's going to be great. So Donna says, clever though, because it gave a scenario to extend the flirty romance of Jack Lee. Because Valentine said you have to play to his ego. And it's been a really great, first of all, I give Chris McKenna a lot of credit because coming into a role as a recast that, Charles Measure himself was a great character of Jack and played great. And Chris McKenna took it and ran with it. I'm really happy that that he is there.
Okay. I just sent you a picture on your Twitter. I don't know if you can put it up on your screen, or I don't know if you can or not in this, but it's just so funny. Yeah, I love Chris McKenna. I really do. He is, and he's so, he's so fun to, deal with, and just, be so wonderful. You know, he's great fan interaction. He doesn't take any of it too seriously. You know, he's open for all things. He doesn't, you know, shut down people that ship him with other people. And, you know, because there are an Anna and Jack contingent.
Oh, yeah, there definitely is. Oh. And that's a very big contingent.
And I think that will be a possibility for where they go next with Jack. So, but Carly's going to be playing her little game with him for a while.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. So. Let me see if I can get it up for you. All right. So now if I go in here, I'm working on it, folks. I'm trying to figure it out.
All right, we're good. The picture that he's putting up is one that James Patrick Stewart actually posted a few years ago from 1992, New York City. It's him, Laura Wright, and Kelly Ripa back when he was on, I believe, All My Children. Was he on All My? I think it was All My Children.
Yeah. All right. So,
and
all right, so there we go.
There it is. He said they were babies.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah, so him and Laura Wright, because back in the day, just like with Steve Burton, Laura's been friends with both of them for, you know, not obviously, you know, tight, but they've been friends for years and years because ABC used to do events with actors from all their shows together. Right. So the actors kind of all, you know, and she was on Loving and he was on All My Children. You know, Burton was on General Hospital. Sean Kanan was part of that all too back then. And yeah.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And we've heard just on podcasts how they used to have those big events with all the daytime players and everything. So,
yeah.
All right. So Donna has been posting this in the chat twice already. So we might as well get to it. Another pressing question is, if Brooklyn is Blaze's overall manager, how did Lois get an invitation as tour manager without her knowing about it? Well, Brooklyn's
because
been kind
of a soap opera.
Yeah.
It's one of those things at soap opera.
Yeah. And Brooklyn's been a little preoccupied recently with a lot of stuff going on. And not to mention, they may just have contacted Lois directly, you know, because Lois is still technically part of the record company.
And or they may have told, you know, the plan may have been to find a tour manager for her, but Brooklyn didn't know that they were going to reach out to Lois.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't even think that's that pressing of a question, especially because Lois said only if you're okay. You know what I mean? I didn't even, of all the things they skip over on this show, that one didn't even register with me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whatever. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
All right. So one thing I do want to bring up, we watched today's episode, and we need to shake things up again with Curtis. I mean, we've been talking about him being a hypocrite and all of everything, but it just seems like he's literally just bouncing back and forth. And I understand Donnell Turner is a germaphobe and only wants to, you know, be intimate with one or two people on the set. I get that, but it's like that's something where, I mean, people were up in arms over you know, Amanda Setton and Josh Wickard not wanting to remove their clothes for sex scenes, but yet Curtis going back and forth between Portia and Jordan just like that because of everything. Just I don't know. That would be just more
honestly, honestly, for me, it's, you know, I mean, back in the day, though, that's how the big triangles were. They don't really do them as much anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, look, you know, Brenda went between Sonny and Jax for years.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of big, so, you know, Leslie, Alan, Monica, Rick, it was all, you know, I mean, so there was a lot of, my biggest thing right now is I'm just like, Curtis does not deserve either of these fine ass women. They'd be better off hooking up them to it with each other.
Yeah.
Or fighting over Isaiah, because Curtis as a man ain't shit. They need to just put him with Nina. It's the only woman he doesn't care who lies.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, these two fine ass professional women.
Yeah.
Getting all, getting their, smudging their makeup over that motherfucker. No. I'll take a weather machine that freezes the world. I ain't buying that shit. Not in today's day.
But and the way that everything came up today in today's episode, it almost made Curtis seem very desperate. Like the way that he's over there for whatever reason to bring a report to Jordan. Okay, gotcha. Then she invites him to have Chinese food.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand why a single woman would order so much Chinese food unless she was expecting to ask him to join her.
No, that's, I can, have you ever seen, actually, that's like a really big thing, because Chinese food keeps really well in the fridge.
Sometimes.
No. Chinese food keeps really well in the fridge. And as a single woman, and my sisters and there's actually a joke about it in the movie, called 2 Weeks Notice, where she calls and makes a constant order. Sandra Bullock. And every time they ask her, you only hear her side of the phone conversation as she's listing all these things she wants. And every time she's like, nope, still just for one. Because she's ordering so much food.
I've done it where I've ordered dinner and lunch the next day. But anyway, so, and then he's just like, I want to give it another shot with you. And this, it's just like, why? Like, why do you have to be with somebody? Like, we'll focus on, Aurora and, your job first, and then go ahead and pursue someone down the road. Like,
right.
Yeah. Well, Bob, honestly, I could be okay with Isaiah hooking up with Portia because it happens in real life, and it's like, and they work together, so they're around each other all the time, and it happens.
I will take that over the man who is so up in arms. I mean, like, I get him being upset with Portia's lie about Trina. Absolutely 100% justified. He was absolutely not justified in the lie he divorced Jordan over. That was her job. She couldn't tell him. That was just how it goes. Yeah. But he divorced her.
Yeah.
And then, then he was... Portia told him about switching the test results.
Yeah.
She didn't tell him about Brad blackmailing her, but it didn't affect him that much. And I don't understand why it was this big. I don't even understand why she couldn't tell him, because he already knew about the test results. So that was just a stupid plot pointy thing. But this is the man who, when literally the day Michael found out that Nina had been lying about Sonny being alive, Curtis, when he went to confront her, Curtis was all like, no, people deserve a second chance. Like, it's the second, Michael had just found out. But Nina's lies, okay.
Right.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he'll divorce women for lying to him about things they can't even tell him because of their secret job.
Right. Because she's the police commissioner and she couldn't say anything. Like, that makes total sense. If I was married to somebody who's a police commissioner and they can't share aspects of their job in an ongoing case, like, that to me is reasonable. Right.
Yeah. And, but he ended a marriage over it. So I'm sorry, Isaiah's fine. Isaiah needed to get some. And so did Portia. She needed a good one.
Yeah, well, now she's pregnant, so, the way that I have a feeling that Jordan is going to tell Curtis at some point.
Well, I'm pretty sure she tells him this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in the breakdowns, it says that something about Curtis's blind side, like he's blindsided, something like that. So I'm pretty sure she's telling him, because today, you know, he was like, there's nothing keeping us apart. And she's standing there crying with her back to him. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, it really remains to be seen. It's still in my opinion a back burner storyline, but you know, it's anyways, moving on to a much bigger story. How about Chase and Michael in the sauna and that whole scene?
Chase, you know, there's a saying, you know, people will say, you're not pretty enough to be this annoying. He is pretty enough to be that annoying and that stupid, but he's really pushing it.
Yes, I agree. He is really pushing it because of the simple fact that like he's talking. First of all, Chase and Michael, their relationship has been rocky because they were friends, and then you know Willow and Chase got married because Chase thought he was going to die, and then all of a sudden, you know, then Willow's hooking up with Michael behind his back, and then bygones be bygones. Like they ruined that entire foursome with Chase, Willow, Sasha, and Michael.
Well, I mean, I understand that they're doing it because it's going to be hooking Shiloh back. You know what I mean? This is where that's leading. But it's just so, I mean, it's not like the PCPD are the you know, the sharpest knives in the drawer anyway.
That's true. Yep.
You know, I mean, I'm not sure they'd win an episode of Blue's Clues, quite frankly. However, they're like making him the stupidest cop to walk those halls. And that bar was already in hell.
Yeah.
Already in hell. I mean,
I mean, even Dante, like, first of all, both Chase and Dante should not be on this case because people, you know, suspects, people of interest are related to them or close to them. Where are the other detectives? Like,
Chase executing a search warrant in the house that he lives.
Yes, exactly. I mean, why couldn't Anna call up John McBain and get, you know, Michael Easton back for, you know, this story?
Well, I mean, not only that, I mean, when Michael told him about the Daisy thing, Chase asked him, like, what? Well, he caught Willow sneaking into the damn house one day.
Yes, he did.
He caught her. What the?
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, if I lived in Port Charles, I would be robbing banks every other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't even bother wearing a mask. I probably wouldn't carry a weapon. I'd just be like, give me the money. You know how this is going to go.
Exactly. The PCPD is losing all respect, and they've never had accountability.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've never been you know, and it's just, I mean, I just think that they could build Chase and Willow without him being a total idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could even have done it where, you know, because I really think this is going to end up with Willow having done it. I really, really think that that's what the end game of this is. So they could have had her confess to him.
Yes.
And him try to cover for her because it was like a psychotic episode. You know what I mean? They could have done it that way.
Yeah.
And then at least he's not a fucking moron.
I mean, the only possibility of saving it would be if Willow really did have a psychotic break and doesn't remember doing it.
Right, but it still wouldn't excuse Chase.
No, it wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't excuse Chase to the point of him being so obtuse about everything, but it would excuse the fact of him trying to just trying to see the good in her and not think that, you know, but
I have no problem with him trying to see the good in her.
Right.
But him painting Michael as this intrinsic evil makes no sense to me. And this whole thing of Michael having a violent past, I swear to God, I want to throat punch the next person who says it, because he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No.
It was a case of self-defense.
Yep. Exactly.
That's it. And I mean, I'm still pissed as hell at Dante.
Yeah, Dante. That conversation between Dante and Michael was like, I liked the way Michael said, "Yeah, that's the advice you gave me the last time, and look what happened."
Right, exactly. And I mean, the thing that pisses me, I would not have such an issue with this with Dante if he held Sonny to the same standard.
Yes, exactly.
But he doesn't. He let, I mean, he lied. He said he shot himself accidentally when Sonny shot him. On the stand, he committed perjury on the stand and said that he shot himself. To save Sonny. Yes, and Sonny shot him on purpose because he was a cop.
Right.
So the fact that he sits there and tells his father, Michael's a grown man and you have to let him be accountable for your actions, right there, he's lost me.
Yeah.
Right there, he's lost me. And then to go over there and accuse Michael of framing Willow for the Daisy stuff? In what universe does that even make sense that he did that?
No, none.
Why would he do that? Especially because he never turned her in for it.
Right.
And exactly. Sasha took their child and left.
Yeah. And the way that he said, because the way that Dante said, well, why didn't you report it? Or was it Dante? I think Dante and Chase both said, well, why didn't you report it? And he said, because I had no evidence.
Right.
So, all right. So, you're right, Donna. He does. He uses a totally different method with Sonny. Only Sonny, right? Nathan, hey, welcome. I forgot to say hi, but Dante came off so hypocritical in this conversation with Michael, even though he's looking out for him. I don't think he's necessarily looking out for him.
He's absolutely not looking out for him. If he was looking out for him, he wouldn't be treating him like he's the one who did it, and he framed Willow for it.
Right, exactly. And I mean, it's a relief that this is the one, who shot somebody mystery that Jason is not a part of, because he was clearly out of the country. And so Kaiwan says, we the audience know it doesn't make sense, but to Dante it does, because Dante knows that Willow is not that type of person. He doesn't. I mean,
Dante does not know that Willow's not that type of person. He does know that Michael's not that kind of person.
Correct.
He does know that about Michael. And when he said the whole Michael married a woman because he needed to win a custody battle as the bad guy, no, he needed to win the custody battle against his psychopath ex.
Yeah.
Nell was a psychopath and a danger to their child.
Correct.
It wasn't to be the bad guy to Nell. Nell was not an innocent. I can't with this nonsense. Kaiwan, stop it. Stop it. Nothing you say is based on anything on the show. Michael is not a bad guy historically.
Jax, that's the first time I see your name in the chat. Welcome.
Sorry,
when has Dante been a good brother to Michael? I can't remember. He always assumes the worst of Michael.
Never once has he been a good brother to Michael. Never once. He wasn't even a good brother. I mean, he gave Michael shit for being mad at Sonny when Sonny, when it wasn't even about cheating on Carly. Michael was mad about that, but he did not turn his back on Sonny until Sonny went against him with Nina.
Right.
That's what Michael was fully justified in that.
He was.
And the fact that Dante and Christina weren't more upset is bizarre to me. Absolutely bizarre to me. I mean, I know why it happened, because more than, all of Sonny's kids can't be mad at him at the same time, but it made no sense, especially with Christina's reaction, especially with the fact that Rocco mourned his grandfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It made no sense to me. None whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can honestly say that the only thing that I can honestly say to that would be that, because Carly is Michael's mother,
Yeah.
whereas Dante and Christina have different mothers. But you're right. The fact that they all mourned over him,
Right.
and the fact that Nina hid the truth should
Right.
have had them all upset at him.
And him, even if it was just Sonny cheating on Carly, he
Yeah.
should absolutely have understood
Right.
how upset that made Michael, considering the shit that he gave Sonny when Sonny cheated on Olivia.
Yes. Yeah.
With, I can't remember who it was, but he cheated on Olivia with Ava.
Ava. Yeah.
And he ripped into that man up one side and down the other.
Yeah.
We pulled those scenes up when he was all mad at Michael for being mad at Sonny.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Sonny cheating on his mom's not okay, but Michael's supposed to just suck it up. Okay.
Yeah, which is
Dante with this shit. I hate it. I love Dominic. Yeah. I love Dominic Sopranga. Dante, they're like determined to make me hate him. Nothing else makes sense.
You're right, because I mean obviously every character has, flaws and everything and blind spots, but you're right, he is not. I think in honesty, I think Dante is trying to make up for lost time with Sonny.
Right. And if he's harder on other family members,
right,
then he can be easier on Sonny. But he doesn't go after Christina like this.
No, he doesn't.
And, she does more shit than frickin' Michael does.
Yeah.
Fucking cutting somebody's brakes.
And you know what? Lulu is, Jax points out, Lulu is just as bad. And, I like Lulu, but the way that she's so, and I get it, she has reason to be upset with Britt and be upset, with that entire situation. But the way that, she reacts when Rocco wants to do something and meet, get to know.
See, my thing is that I have no problem with how she reacts about the Rocco Britt stuff, especially with the Lisa Lobrick stuff, because those people are dangerous. When Rocco was a baby, Lisa held a knife to his throat to try to escape in front of Lulu. You know what I mean? These people are dangerous, and she has good reason to think that. And she still has good reason to think, but I had a really big issue with her. I mean, not only was she a horrible family member with the stuff she was saying to Lucas about Michael, it was bad journalism. She heard a small snippet of an argument between brothers, and Michael was the murderer? Or the shooter?
Yeah.
That made no sense to me. I'm like, it's not even good journalism.
No, it's not. It's a lot of opinion-based stuff, and not even that, just listening to rumor and innuendo and going with a story. Like, check your facts. You wanted to be
right.
It's like she spent more time researching Gio's parentage and the fact of Brooklyn's child than she did this major story for the paper.
And it's like, I'm just like, I don't understand why these people have to be written like this to some extent. I mean, I know that somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
I need a moment of zen for a second because this one is working. My last. Kaiwan, what reason would Michael is Lulu's family? She doesn't know Willow from frickin' Adam. She was in a coma for most of the time Willow's been here.
That's true. Yep.
Michael is Lulu's family. So why would she put Willow over Michael? Michael is never done anything to her, even though she betrayed Michael with Dante. And Michael never held that shit against her.
Yeah.
Never once. So that's just absolutely ridiculous, but whatever. I can't with him. I'm going to try to ignore it. Yeah, I don't understand. And I also don't understand the whole, Michael and Willow are equally bad parents. No, they're not. Michael is like trying to put his kids first.
Exactly. When Willow, all she's thinking about is her and Drew. She's not thinking about the kids at all because, first of all, to be fair, in any sense of the word, if my ex came to me and said, I don't like your new significant other, don't bring our son around him or around her, it's like, okay, I understand that, but at the same time, it comes down to there was a court decision that gave Michael everything because of Willow's interaction with Drew, like because of how Drew has been acting and manipulating the situation.
It's not only that; it's that she had a complete lack of care about those children when she moved them in with Drew.
Yeah.
Before they were even divorced. I mean, they had just split up.
Exactly.
Very confusing.
You're right. It was a court decision that was paid off, but it doesn't make sense that it was even paid off.
It made no sense because every word the judge said was true.
Correct. Yeah.
It wasn't oh my God, how could they have decided that? That wasn't the situation. It wasn't like when they took Carly's kids away and gave them to Sonny.
Right.
And she couldn't even see them.
Right.
That made no sense. And that was a judge that was paid off.
Right.
Obviously. This one, everything the judge said was correct.
Yes.
And Willow still has not taken any steps.
No.
To try to get help for the crap that she has going on. And she's acknowledged that she's fucked up.
Yeah, she has. Yeah. And, it's like, she's all up in arms because the original judge was killed. And, and the fact that the custody case got pushed back.
But first, before she was upset, before she found out the custody case got pushed back, she was throwing in Michael's face that they had a new judge, and that new judge was going to give her full custody, and he'd be lucky to see the kids again.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, but Willow is just very, very delusional. Like she's not only delusional, but I mean, and here's the thing. Honestly, it boils down to the fact of her being very easily manipulated. We've seen Willow. She was introduced to us as a previous member of a cult.
Right.
So clearly, she is somebody who's very naive. And granted, her
she was raised to be programmed.
Right, she was raised to be programmed like that. But after being the baby face and helping to save Christina by knowing about Shiloh and Dawn of Day and all this other stuff, she's falling into the same trap with Drew.
Right. And you would think that somebody who could acknowledge about herself that she had the hero complex, she knows her history, and you would think that she would go, wait a minute, maybe I should make sure there's not something going on here with my inner psyche.
Yeah.
Maybe I should check in with a therapist and just kind of poke around a little bit and make sure everything's on the up and up, especially after she had breakdowns in court and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond just being manipulated too, because when Portia told her that Drew was trying to blackmail her into framing Michael as a drug addict, Willow said, good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm fine with it. And then she asked Drew if he'd still be willing to say that he saw Michael shoot him.
Yeah.
Which is a lie.
Right, but yet now but yet she's pissed at Nina for retracting the lie that Nina already
Right.
gave as an
Right.
alibi.
Right.
So she's
So
willing,
Willow,
she's willing to lie that Michael shot
right,
Drew, but yet
right,
Nina tried to help her.
right. And she can't see it because
Right,
she's so far up her own ass.
right. Um, I'm not sure I understand that, but
I don't know.
um, honestly,
I
Willow
mean,
is
Willow is more interesting of a character than she's ever been. So
right. Yes,
she's definitely a love to hate. But
yes.
for me, she's not poor, misunderstood, victimized Willow anymore.
Oh
That's
no.
not what this is. Willow is in her villain era, and
Oh,
she's embracing it fully.
she has.
And
Kate,
I mean,
Kate
Kata McCullen just
Yep.
gave an interview where she was saying that, basically Willow is playing Drew because she feels he's her best bet at getting her kids and getting off of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And doesn't really want to be with Drew, but he's like her only escape.
Yeah. Hi, Shauna. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah.
I actually think she's gone totally dark.
Yeah.
But I think there is a legitimate
crazy, but it's also just dark. She's not babbling in in the corner. That's it. She's not like unaware of, and she might have shot Drew in a fugue state, but she knows this other stuff. I think she shot Drew. I think she knows she shot Drew, and I think Drew knows she shot Drew. I don't think she knows that Drew knows, but I think Drew knows that she shot him.
I think Drew knows. I think Drew knows that too, because he's so adamant to either get Michael put in prison or Curtis put in prison for it, because he doesn't want to. He knows that Willow did it, but he still wants to hold it against her once the truth comes out.
Right.
Because he knows that's what'll keep her with him.
I think Michael saw her as well. And I think he didn't say anything when he saw her that night because she's the mother of his kids. And it's Drew, and he didn't really give a shit. But then I think he knows that she planted that gun back in the house. Yes. And then he went, oh no, fuck her. And he planted it back at Liz's.
Well, because
to me, it's not framing her. It's not letting her frame him. It's not framing her because he didn't do it.
Right. And I think you're right that there is footage, and we're going to end up seeing some type of video footage of her planting the gun back in Edward's, Edward's gun safe, because after her problems, her breaking in and stalking an infant, Daisy, I think Michael would have gone ahead and put in new cameras and new.
He said that he added security.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. So Donna says, on a completely different note, have y'all noticed the new Jarleys showing up?
I have. I mean, I notice those kinds of things. Being one myself. Yeah. Well, I mean, their conversation with, Jason telling her about Jack was intense. And then tomorrow, he's chasing her down, and why have you been going out of your way to avoid me?
Yeah. I mean, I really love the dynamic there. And I love the fact that they're in a very awkward position right now, because Jason had to lie to her, although he did come clean about Joss being WSB.
And Jack knowing about it.
Yep. And I really like the restraint that Carly has shown with Jack. I'm impressed.
And see, my thing about this is that I absolutely love a good old-fashioned Carly plan. I really do. It has been a while since we've had an off the chains Carly plan, which is what this is. Like in 2021, when she came up with the whole plan to have Sean stab Jason so she could break him out of prison, that was actually a very solid plan.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yep.
This is a Carly Babes plan. This is I think I'm going to have to marry AJ to turn him back into an alcoholic so that then I can divorce him and get full custody of Michael for you and I. This is that kind of plan, and I am here for it.
Yeah. Hi, Marla. Welcome to the chat. It's the first time I've seen your name in the chat, so thank you. And definitely hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. If you are not a subscriber currently to the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for becoming subscribers over this past week. If you are new, we got 73 new subscribers in a week, from 274 to 347 in 1 week. So thank you so much for that. And we're on the march to 500. But definitely hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. If you're watching on X, we thank you for tuning in, but definitely go over to suds-media.com, which brings you to our YouTube channel, and subscribe there as well. All right. So, we're gonna see it this week, so I'm not gonna bring it up, but we've seen Ronnie as, first of all, I got to bring it up. And this is going to be probably the only segment that we're going to end up doing this week. But in the what the fudge moment of the week, Ronnie, throwing Tracy out of the house, which has happened before. But the what the fudge part of it is Tracy sleeping on Lulu's couch.
Oh my God.
And the kids waking her up, and then there be a moving truck of just boxes of stuff from the house and all the mementos.
So much stuff. And Lulu's just like, of course. And I like how she said, she's like, listen, they're teenagers.
They're loud even when they're not.
Yeah. That's just how that goes.
Yes. Oh my God. It's just absolutely hilarious. Just the way the interplay between Erica Slezak and Jane Elliott, just, oh God, magnificent. And, they really had to put that in the story, because how many people have now evicted Tracy from the Quartermain Mansion?
Oh, everybody.
So
everybody does. Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Oh, it's just, and I mean, I probably watched that scene like 7 times. I absolutely loved. I loved their interaction. I'm actually working on an article about it for Parade. I absolutely love it. I think it has been, ruling divas. I absolutely love it. And they're having fun, I think.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I would once this story is over, and I know Erica Slezak has stopped filming already, so she's off candidate. But after the story plays out, I would love to see just a dual interview with the two of them, just kind of reliving it like an exit interview type of thing.
I agree. And I'm hoping that they're going to leave the door open to bring her back every once in a while. And I think so.
Yeah.
I think that they are. Yeah. So, yeah, that was just. Yeah, I'm still convinced that Martin is the mastermind behind this whole thing. I just don't know if Ronnie's involved in it with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Useful idiot kind of thing for him. Yeah.
All right, so that was our what the fudge moment of the week. Just the way that Tracy wakes up and at Lulu's house.
Yeah.
With the sleeping mask on.
Okay, so I've told the story about my daughter when we were driving to North Carolina, raising her head up from the back after I'd been driving about 16 hours because my Bluetooth earpiece had died, so I was
Yeah.
listening to music on the radio to keep me awake. And
Yeah.
she raised, literally, that's how she came up from the back seat and raised her sleeping mask and said, "I thought we had agreed you were going to listen to your music on your hands free." Same tone, same. Yeah, she almost got put out on the side of the road in Virginia. Yeah.
Oh,
but
God.
that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
But folks, that was our What the Fudge moment of the week this week. What the Fudge Homemade Confections in New Haven, Connecticut. If you are interested in having some fantastic fudge, especially for the holidays coming up. Now, she can't ship because it's under a cottage license, but we can find a way to do a drop off, or I mean, there's nothing saying that I can't buy it for somebody and ship it to somebody. So
I was gonna say, you could ship it, yeah.
Yeah, so there are ways. So go to whatthefudgect.com or facebook.com/whatthefudgect. Put it in order. We'll try to get it to you. But if you are in the New Haven, Connecticut area or traveling through, set up a meet, set up a drop-offs, and try some awesome fudge. In my opinion, the best flavor fudge is the chocolate lemon, which is award-winning. But yeah, check it out. And just absolutely fantastic. And she, like I said, after the holidays, I think she's going to be starting to do biscottis as well. So, so moving on, Donna, I agree that Marty faked the will because I have a feeling that he already knew about Ronnie, even though Ronnie's not in cahoots with him.
He did, because remember, he found the envelope at Drew's house that was colored all over. And Drew said that Scout had brought it home from the Quartermains, and it was the letter from Monica's sister to her.
I never picked that up.
Months ago, yeah.
I remember that scene, but I never looked at the letter.
Yep.
Wow, okay.
Marty continues to be Drew's attorney because Drew blackmailed him into it.
Yeah, because he dropped.
It was the deal for getting Stella out of trouble.
Yes. Because Donna asked why Marty continued to be Drew's attorney.
Yeah, because he blackmailed him into it.
Yeah. That's right, Donna. You're right. I forgot about that.
So he did know about Ronnie. So I think that's when,
They actually got a lot of use out of the steam room this week because not only did we see Chase and Michael in there, but we also saw Britt and Carly in there. And the interaction between them, it was literally like just two cats going at each other.
And but the thing is that Carly's not trying to come between Jason and Britt.
No.
She doesn't think it's a good idea, but she's not actively trying to come between them.
Correct.
But Britt is the one who threw Jason in Carly's face when Carly's like, "This is my hotel. I could throw you out." And then Britt's, "Well, I don't think Jason would like that." Bitch, you don't even want Jason around you. What the hell are you doing invoking his name? And you know what Jason would do if Carly said, "I threw her out of my hotel because she was being a bitch to me"? He'd be like, "Her hotel."
Yeah, exactly.
Her hotel. Because he put her up at Bobby's and not at the Metro Court for a damn reason.
Yep.
Even though she bitches and bitches and bitches still about being at Bobby's.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Britt is obviously, she's having a lot of fun as the Britt. And not to mention, what?
No, she's not. You didn't see her interview on the red carpet with Michael Fairman?
Yeah, I did.
With that. She's not happy about that. Come on. I think when she's the most fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And Britt thinks that she knows that secret that Carly doesn't know. She doesn't know that Carly knows.
Right, exactly.
Fucking
we did also see Anna call Britt into the PCPD office to give her a bill, an invoice for the amount of money that the PCPD spent on her,
Murder
the
investigation.
investigation.
And the thing is that they actually do that with people
I
who have
know.
tried to fake their death. They do it. But then Britt's like, I'm not paying this. I mean, she's such a bitch about everything.
Yeah, she is.
For like, seriously, she thinks that she shouldn't have to reimburse something. You know what I mean? She thinks that I can't afford that. Well, then you shouldn't have faked your death then, huh, bitch?
Exactly.
Leave town like be honest with your mother and leave town like a freaking normal person. Good Lord.
Yeah, but we are going to see her by the looks of the promo. It looks like Professor Dalton might be replaced later on this week. So it remains to be seen how this story is going to pick up.
Yeah. Well, Friday's Brit has a breakdown for Friday that said Brit receives new marching orders.
So that could be her taking over.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got to say that, and I know we're running short on time, but I do like the idea of Gio, Emma, Rocco, Danny, and Charlotte teaming up to take down Dalton. I'm loving it.
Absolutely, because they should be having capers. I mean, Gio and Emma are a little bit older, but not enough that they can't involve the teenagers to help them out, to be lookouts.
Right, exactly.
Gio's like, you are not going to break the law. You're just going to be watching. You're just going to be our lookout. I liked that. I liked that he did that.
Yep. Although it's although I do want to question how that's going to affect Jocelyn's marching orders with the WSB.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll see how that. I'm excited to see that story now. It's almost like that story should have been during the summer, but they didn't have the roster of teams yet. So So Steve asks why is Alexis Willow's lawyer if Rick is free? Well, Rick is still dealing with the after effects of being held by, as he called them, the coven.
Yes. Yeah.
Of a digital detox, and that story was hilarious.
That was so freaking funny. That was just, and Cody was just the piece de resistance with his just like, how are you people related to Molly?
Yeah.
You crazy people. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. We did get a Jason and Spinelli scene talking about Nathan being back in James's life. And
it was a great scene, but my favorite part was at the end when Spinelli tried to hug him.
Yeah.
Jason, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
I can cry. Yeah.
And you're right, Donna. Alexis did want access to Scout. So amazing. It was and you know what, Donna, you're right. We had Christina a little bit in this story. I actually liked the dynamic between Ava, Christina, and Alexis working together. I liked it. It was fun. It was fun to watch because of the bickering between all of them in just like true soap opera. The enemy of my enemy is my friend fashion.
And my thing is that, I mean, it did rehab Chrissy, but then I think that this whole her, she didn't really push back on Alexis a whole lot about, pointing the finger at Michael.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, 3 steps forward, we took a couple back as well, though, with that. But it is what it is. She's not like a total heinous bitch anymore right now, for now.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Very quickly, Lois, Rena Sofer is out. She's officially done filming. Yep. I mean, the door's always open for her to come back, but Lois is now going on tour with Blaze, worldwide tour.
And I liked the conversation she had with Gio.
Yes, I did too.
Because she's right. It was her.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
So, and I liked the conversation she had. I actually teared up with her conversation with Brooklyn when Brooklyn was like, you know, I want to call you and talk to you a million times a day, and I just can't, you know, yet. I can't be there yet. And that was very sad.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It was the scenes with Carly and Joss made me tear up too.
Yes, I agree.
When they were like talking. They paid them for Erica.
So
they paid him for Erica Slezak. Donna said the show no longer pays accommodations. Right, but they paid them for Erica Slezak, so they'll pay him for a big name. But that was also a short stint. That was
Right.
But I mean, Raina can come out. She could stay with Vanessa Marcel.
Right.
They're best friends.
Matter of fact, speaking of Raina Sofer, the girls from Pier 54 actually met Raina Sofer over the weekend at an event in Pennsylvania. So they posted pictures on their social media. Amanda and Shannon did. So,
fun.
But, and there was one other thing I did want to mention, and of course it slipped my mind.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember. It was I don't know. It'll come to me. If not, I'll do a TikTok video later in the week or something. If it does,
we can add it on to next week's. We'll do an extra long one next week.
Yes, we definitely will.
Yeah. We can even start a little earlier if you want.
Yeah, maybe we will. We'll see how everything works out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Anyways, folks, we are out of time. Angela's got a boogie, but we will be back. We will be back next week. I want to thank the 103 people currently watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And next week is going to be the first part of our sweeps. So check that out. Angela, where could everybody find you?
Brooklyn 74 on Twitter, Angela Ryan Duncan on Facebook and Instagram, parade.com. I put out 6 articles so far today. And right now I am starting daily recaps of all the soaps. So those will all be up tonight.
Perfect. And as always, for me, I'm at Vinny Suds on Facebook and Twitter. At Suds Media is our Network X account.
Thank you, Marla.
And, thank you very much, Marla. I appreciate the subscription, and thank you for the good show as well. Also, you can find us on TikTok at Suds_media. Instagram and Threads is at Suds and Squared Circle Media. And as always, go to Venmo.com/Suds and Squared Circle Media. Donate for Samantha's Friends. Our podcast-a-thon is coming up on the weekend of November 8th to the 9th. And we'll be raising money for Samantha's Friends, and you could donate right now. But anyway, stay tuned to our social media. Go to subscribe-suds-media.com. I'm Vinny for Angela. We will see you next week as we go back to talk about Suds News from Port Charles, New York, and General Hospital. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.